Hello out there, everybody. Manny here at Area 503. And I hope you all have been well since our last video. There has been a lot going on recently as far as unexplained sightings and strange phenomena goes. And so today I just want to talk with you all a little bit about some reported UFOs from around the world. Our first clip is on March 5th, 2019 from Melbourne, Australia. And this clip actually shows 3 distinct moving objects, one of which seems to alter its course. There it is, right there. Check it out. Let's go ahead and take another look at this clip. I've got the original footage on the left and a zoomed version on the right. And here you see the first 2 objects, and the red one is moving up from the bottom of the screen. But it seems to turn and hook towards this third object that comes in, right there. I don't really know what to make of that. But it sure does appear as if this thing is changing direction here. And you'll notice that the first 2 objects were on a straight line. That leads me to believe those were most likely satellites. However, this third object is much brighter than the other 2, and it has an odd movement pattern. I'm pretty sure these first 2 objects were just satellites. However, the odd coloration and the bizarre movement of this third red object really make me think it might be something else. What do you all think? I'm going to stick with my initial observation that it looks like this red UFO changed its path in order to maybe inspect these other 2 satellites. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely curious to know what the hell that is. And our next sighting took place on March 23rd, 2019, over the skies of Winfield, New York. I think this is more of a UFO, like an unacknowledged flying object, because to me this looks more like a missile launch or a secret weapons test launch possibly, or maybe even a satellite launch. But either way, I wanted to add it in here because it's important for everyone to know what they're looking at when they see it. And so when you guys are out doing research, I want you to see stuff like this and know what it is. And of course, I can't be certain as to what this is, but I got a pretty good idea. And I don't think anyone's going to be confirming it anytime soon. So we'll just go ahead and move on to our next sighting. On March 21st, 2019, an amateur astronomer is attempting to get some video footage of the moon and its bright orange color. They're experiencing quite some difficulty getting proper focus, as you can see here. Let's zoom up on this and get a better look. Here you can actually see the first object, and it's kind of strange looking. It just looks like a black dot, but it's creeping across the moon's landscape, almost like a gnat that's crawling across the surface of an orange. Oh wow, and look, there's a second one too. That's just, I don't even know what to say. That's really bizarre. And those things are, God, those things are just creepy looking. Their movement isn't in a straight line, so I don't think it's a satellite. And like I said earlier, they almost kind of creep and crawl in an organic way. I just don't know what to make of those. Maybe we can get a better look at it here with some color correction. Oh yeah, you can definitely see that thing moving across, and it almost looks like it's more of a straight line here than it did before. So maybe that is just a satellite. I really can't tell, so I'm going to label this one unidentified. And on to our next sighting. In March 2019, this cylinder-shaped UFO was spotted in the skies over Greece. The footage is from a passing airplane, so it gives you perspective as to how high this thing is, as commercial airliners usually cruise in the 30 to low 40,000 foot range. And I've seen a lot of these sightings of these cylinder-shaped UFOs here recently, and I will talk about that a little later. And here, when we zoom the camera way out, you can see just how far away this object is and just how actually small it is. And it's amazing that it was spotted at all. And you'll notice that this is not one of those fast-moving UFOs. It actually seems to just be sitting there, and it's not moving, it's just hovering. Take a look at this clip from August 2018 over northern France.
It's very strange. It's very low. It's flying very low. It looks really long. It's definitely got quite a bit of speed up, considering how far away it must be, because that water tower must be at least like a mile or two away, and it looks like it's potentially half that distance or more on the other side. It has a very weird, really odd way of flying.
So over France we have a cylinder-shaped UFO as well, but it's moving far more quickly. But you'll notice it still does appear to be following like a horizon line, so it seems like it's on a course somewhere. And in the witness's own words, the object had an odd or weird way of flying. And both of the cases from Greece and France remind me of a similar case that I remember hearing about that I initially discovered back in 2014 when it was investigated by MUFON Oregon. I will put a link to the case file on the MUFON site below, and I encourage you all to go check it out if you're interested and read the in-depth analysis that they did. But just to summarize, two women were walking along Portland's Eastbank Esplanade when they spotted this strange object in the sky and took a picture. And you'll notice this UFO looks remarkably similar to the previous ones we saw in Greece and France. Let's take a look at all three of them, side by side. So on the left is Greece, in the middle France, and on the right, Portland. And we're just going to zoom up a little bit to get a better look. Well, I don't know what you guys think, but to me those all look pretty much the same. And if this is the same UFO, it was spotted way back in 2004, and it's at least 15 years old. Or maybe there's identical copies of these things out there. I'm not sure, it's hard to tell. What do you guys think? Well, for now I'm going to leave these filed under unexplained, but I'm guessing we haven't seen the last of this guy. Well folks, that's all I got on the strange UFO sightings from around the world. And you'll notice I left a few in there that I don't think were UFOs because I'm not certain what they are, but also I want you all to understand what you're seeing when you're out there trying to figure things out for yourself.
Figuring things out for yourself is the only freedom anyone really has. Use that freedom. Make up your own mind.
As always, this has been Manny at Area 503. And I wish you all the best until we meet again. And I am out of here. to continue my search for universal truth.